number 23 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Florida Gators offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollack.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking them up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Hawkins. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games,
He's off to the races. Inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
and settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay, and phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy, probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coach.
It's complete. A huge pickup. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. From the gun, the running back has it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll run it again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quarterback on the keeper. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
This quarterback does an outstanding job in his preparation, watching film and understanding when he has to pull the ball on these types of run plays. Great job keying on the defender and quickly making the right decision to pull it and then go get north and get the 1st.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Back to throw, it's Ward. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Still backed up pretty deep. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st and 10 coming up. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And he falls on his own fumble after the return and avoids giving it right back. The Canes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Hawkins. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
He lost one down the sideline. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. This offense has a 2nd down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to Johnson. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Scanning the field, it's Glagway. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Gators!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Arroyo. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To throw, it's Ward. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job on the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. At midfield, he's got room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lateral.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires on the run. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Threw a pick last time, almost threw another one, but you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team.
He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Back to the air one more time. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They're trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out.
And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Canes getting set on first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second and 10, he'll throw again. He lobs one high down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in.
Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Back to pass, it's Ward. He's right on target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive numbers.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Snagged in the middle. It's George. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Canes are flying down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might we blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The play action fake. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll bring it back. It's Hawkins. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Lagway. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gator! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Illinois came away with a big-time victory today, and they'll be enjoying some bubbly and champagne after this one. Coaches want to win in all three phases of the game, and today, mission accomplished. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Picked up 6 on that last one, now second and inches. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. On the move, it's Restrepo. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. If things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels or maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And it's incomplete. He was wild, high and wide on that one.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to it. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the double.
Offense in an empty set. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground with the back. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bag.
After the misfire now on second down. Trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They'll try the run. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Ward. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Gators will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Running it back, it's Restrepo. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. Going deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Pulls it in. It's Horton. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can...
Off he goes! The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Hurricane. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The handoff to Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice with this offense. How aggressive do you want to be?
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. That's exactly what happened, now setting up fourth down.
Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
On the move. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect and keep this drive alive and keep that clock running. Working that left side now. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play.
Get set.
They'll run it from the gun.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll get this drive going from the 17. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Throwing right. Got his man. Nothing but green ahead. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. The aerial assault continues. All kinds of time before he fires right. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. Touchdown, Miami! Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Pocket starts to collapse. Looking to scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this will be for the win. Good! It's good! And they win it at the buzzer with a field goal. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.